Let's look at the language focus, making requests with could, would, will, and can. Now let me remind you, could and would have L in writing, but don't pronounce the L. Don't say cold, just say could, and would. Okay, so we can use these modal words, could, would, will, and can, to make requests. And on the left side, in the left column, you can see a request. Then you can see in the second column a positive response, and then in the third column a negative response. Here are some examples. Could you please, plus a verb. You put a verb there, a base form verb. Could you please open the window, hand me some diaper rash, answer the phone. We can also say would you, plus the base form verb. Would you turn off the air conditioner? Would you turn on the stove? Would you pick up the toys? Will you please, plus a verb, right? We can also say, will you take off the children's dirty shoes? Will you wash the dishes? You can use can ya also, plus the main verb, base form verb. And you can put please at the end. Can you answer the phone, please? Can you change Michelle's diaper, please? So you can put the please at the beginning or at the end. All right. When you want to make a positive response, you can say one of these phrases. Yes, of course. Sure, I'd be glad to. I'd be happy to. Okay. Of course. No problem. Yes, just a minute. If you have a negative response, you want to make a negative response, you can say this. No, I'm sorry, but, and then you give an excuse. No, I'm sorry, but I'm fixing dinner now. No, I'm sorry, but I'm feeding the baby now. No, I'm sorry, I'm changing Jason's diaper now. So you can give an excuse. Now, another form that we can use to ask for a request is to use do you mind, would you mind, and then the verb must have the ing form. So we have to say, do you mind watching Jason for a while? Do you mind changing Michelle's diaper? Do you mind feeding Kevin? You can also say, would you mind? Would you? Say, would you? Would you mind? Would you mind helping me? Would you mind setting the table? Would you mind sweeping the floor? And a positive answer to this is, no, I don't mind. No, that's fine. Not at all. Not at all means, no, I don't mind at all. So if you mind, that means you don't like to do it. If you say, no, I don't mind. So be careful when somebody asks you, do you mind doing something? If you want to do it, you can say, no, I don't mind. If you don't want to do it, or you can't do it now, you can also say, I'm sorry, but I'm talking to Chris's father on the phone now. No, I'm sorry. I have to go to my ESL for childcare class now. You can find an excuse. Okay, so you're going to have conversation pair practice. Here I asked you to write 6 conversations with requests related to child care. And this time I'm going to ask you to talk to somebody next to you. You don't need to use your headphones this time. You can take them off and you can share your sentences. But let's just take a look at the example here between parent A and parent B. In parent A says, could you read Jason a story? And parent B can say, sure, I'd be glad to. Or maybe it's not a good idea or it's not appropriate now. You can say, no, I'm sorry, I'm cooking dinner right now. All right, so there are 6 conversations between parent and child, between a provider and a child, between a provider and a parent, two providers. Okay, so you and your partner can share your dialogues with each other, and let me know if you need some help by raising your hand, and I'll come to help you.